First asked to come down and do this award, and I was told who the recipient is. My first thought was, oh, I'm just going to wing it. You know, I know this person really well. I thought I could just, you know, off the top of my head, say some words about what this person has done. But as I started thinking about it and trying to, you know, list all the things that this person has done, I soon came to realize that I'm gonna forget something and do this person a disservice. So I decided it was smarter to speak in prepared remarks. Each year, the Milford Historical Society, Do It in the Main Street Association, presents the Citizen of the Year Award to a resident who has given tirelessly to the community and improves the lives of our residents. This year's winner is one of those whose names should be quite familiar to most of us. Descriptions of her vary. On the serious side, she's been called kind, tireless, a strong leader, passionate about her causes. She's devoted to family and friends, and she extends that same devotion to her community. On the flip side, she's also been described as very sassy and funny. She's got a wonderful wit and a dry sense of humor, and perhaps occasionally is prone to a little bit of mischief. While she grew up here in Milford, our winner tonight has only recently returned to her hometown, which makes her accomplishments over such a short time all that more amazing. In the last 5 years, our Citizen of the Year has thrown herself headlong into volunteering for her community in ways that continue to help to shape its future. She began by joining the planning board back in 2005. Bill Parker, the Director of Community Development, says that she has been key in keeping people looking at the big picture, extremely supportive of the need to develop and grow while at the same time maintaining community character. She is also a strong supporter of local agriculture. Since 2008, she has also been the chair of the planning board and has been a driver of comprehensive long-range planning. In 2007, she became Milford's representative to the National Regional Planning Commission and has been on the executive board since 2008. Also in 2008, she began working on the newly formed Economic Development Advisory Committee and was officially appointed to that council in 2009. That same year, she also joined the Milford Rotary Club. Barely through her freshman year in the Rotary, she took on the monumental task of organizing the annual Keys Swim Meet, the oldest Rotary swim meet in the nation. But perhaps her biggest accomplishment came from her background in nursing. As a home health care nurse, she witnessed firsthand the difficulties that many residents had in arranging transportation to various medical appointments in Milford and the surrounding area. In 2007, she volunteered for a steering committee that explored the idea of a shared transportation service so that residents could more easily get to these medical appointments. By late 2008, a pilot program known as the Sahegan Valley Transportation Cooperative was born. Funded by a combination of grants, private donations, and tax dollars from participating communities, the Blue Bus provides area residents with low-cost, wheelchair-accessible rides to non-emergency medical appointments, and they have recently added a designated day for shopping trips. This bus service serves the residents of Milford, Amherst, Brookline, and Hollis, and travels to medical facilities all through the area. Now, if that weren't enough, our winner also was an active member of Milford's Facilities Committee, working tirelessly to evaluate all the facility needs of the town, in particular the needs of our emergency services, and made recommendations for the future needs of these facilities. The Rotary Club's motto is service above self, and this year's Citizen of the Year has consistently gone above and beyond to make her town a better place, and it's for that reason that it is my sincere honor to present this year's Citizen of the Year Award to Janet Langdell.
Absolutely floored and surprised, and there are a number of my friends out there who ought to know the words about payback.
We love you!
Thank you. I love you too, Michelle, and I love the library, but anyway. It's been my privilege and my pleasure to be able to have time to volunteer in the town of Milford, and I want to thank Noreen O'Connell, who opened the door and invited me in. Some might say that she pushed me in, but that's another story altogether, too. I've had a great learning experience, learning more about my town, learning more about people, and meeting more people in this town. So it's just been wonderful, and I hope to continue doing this for many, many, many more years. The one thing I'd like to point out, though, is that Milford is a great place to live because of the number and diversity of people who volunteer for so many different causes, whether it's sports, youth development, parks, trails, libraries, facilities, or whatever. And there's always room for more people to volunteer. So if you're interested, come on down to Town Hall. And in about 15 minutes, come over to the Rotary Chuck Wagon. I'll be flipping burgers for the Rotary Interact Club. Thank you very much.
Congratulations,
I had to
Janet.
figure that out.
Well deserved. Well, we're waiting for the pumpkin runner. Apparently he took a left turn and ended up in Keene. He wanted to go to the second best pumpkin festival in the state. So they're bringing him back and he'll be here shortly. What I'd like to do is just very briefly tell you some of the things we have going on. This evening over at the Amato Theater at the Boys and Girls Club, we have a tremendous magician